Hello everyone, it's your girl and I'm back again with another video. Happy New Year. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but anyway, I just wanted to come on here and make this random video because of something that I experienced a few days ago. Now, some people might think of it as being petty, but I just wanted to put this out there as a precaution or a warning for people who panhandle. So what happened to me the other day is that I pulled through the drive-through of a fast food establishment, which I'm not going to name, and shortly after I had placed my order at the speaker, this dude just jumps from out of nowhere. It's just like how in the horror movies you turn your back and then you turn around and the monster is right there. That's just how he did me. I looked down and then I looked up and he was there. And he scared the crap out of me. So I didn't even give him a chance to open up his mouth because my intuition told me exactly what he was there for. He was there to beg. I told him right away, get away from my car and don't come here trying to beg me for anything. And he walked away. And once I got to the drive-through window and paid for my order, I told the manager that there's some guy hanging around the drive-through order box begging or soliciting people. So, and also, I'm noticing that over the past several months that instances like this has been occurring more often to me. About a month ago, I had a guy and a woman at around about 5 o'clock in the morning when it was still dark, and I was stopped at an intersection, and there weren't many cars around at that time of the morning, and they were at the median, and then once the lights turned red, they began to approach my car, and then they actually tapped on the driver's side window. And I'm like, oh my God, they could have been there to try to rob me. But, thankfully they were just there to beg for money. But I never responded because, as some of you already know who have been long-time subscribers to my channel, I rarely, if ever, give money to panhandlers because, to be quite honest with you, I think that the majority of people who are out there begging for money are most likely scam artists or people who are trying to get money together to buy drugs or to buy alcohol and to support some type of addiction that they may have. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that's suffering that are truly in need of the money, but that's just my opinion, that the majority of the people who are out there panhandling they have vices and they're just playing on the public's heartstrings and emotions in order to get money. And some of them even make a lot more money than the average person in America does just by panhandling. So anyway, I also had another instance to occur where I was shopping, and when I came out to my car after shopping to the parking lot, I sat in my car for a few minutes just fidgeting around with my phone. Then all of a sudden I look up and I see this weird looking guy start approaching my car, and as soon as he noticed that he was walking in my direction, I started to reverse. And then the moment that I started to reverse to leave, then he turned around and walked back in the opposite direction. So I knew just from that he was there to try to beg me for some money or to ask me for something. Some of you all might think that I'm being petty, but, I'm just taking precautions to protect myself because you never know these days. I don't know these people. They're strangers. They could be there. They could have ulterior motives besides just begging for money. Some of them could be there to try to attack me or to try to rob me. So I have to do what I got to do to protect myself. And also, not only that, some of you who are out there, I mean, I imagine that the majority of people who listen to my videos or who are subscribed to my channel don't panhandle or beg for money. But just in case there are any out here who are panhandling and happen to be listening to this video, you might want to rethink your strategy and not be so aggressive about approaching people for money, because you might run into someone who is a little bit more anxious and perhaps paranoid than I am about people approaching their vehicles while they're sitting there in a maybe vulnerable and compromised position. And if they happen to have a weapon on them, they may do something. You know, they may shoot. So that's just a word of advice for you all. All right, that'll be it for this video.